Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel, and I am back with Coin's Reaction Zone for What's New Scooby-Doo and another Scooby-Doo reaction. So last week we reacted to episodes 3, 4, and 5, which we rated episode 3 a 7 out of 10, episode 4 a 5 out of 10, and episode 5 a 4 out of 10. Today we'll be reacting to episodes 6 and 7, as well as the movie Witch's Ghost. So the first episode that we will be reacting to for What's New Scooby-Doo is Riva Ras Regas, all spoken like Scooby. Released on November 2nd, 2002, episode number 6, series episode 210. The gang goes to Las Vegas to meet teen pop sensation Lindsay Pagano, but soon encounter a deceased magician called Riva Ras Regas, whose ghost has risen from the grave to haunt the theater where Lindsay is performing. And then Lindsay Pagano is a real singer. Her song Everything You Are was used as an AOL commercial and for the first half of the WB short-lived sitcom Maybe It's Me, starring Fred Willard and Julia Sweeney, before being replaced by Simple Plan's I'd Do Anything. Lindsay appeared on season 6 of The Voice US as part of Team Shakira. Okay, cool. And this is the second celebrity to be played by themselves in What's New Scooby-Doo. The first was Chris Klug in There's No Creature Like Snow Creature. Yeah, who was the pro snowboarder. And then, so the only trivia is that first episode of the series to have a real celebrity as a prominent supporting character, similar to the What's New Scooby-Doo movies. Yeah, so Chris Klug was not technically a main supporting character, so I guess she'll be around a lot more. And that's pretty much the only one we have. And then stats-wise, where we're at currently for What's New Scooby-Doo is we have 104 Scooby Snacks eaten for Shaggy, 104 for Scooby because they each had a 1 box each, which is pretty awesome. And we have no weird food items eaten. And property damage, everybody's at 1,200, except Daphne has 1,210. Let's get into the episode.
Week in a giant cube of gelatin, Rufus Rockus has made magic
Rufus
crazy
Rockus,
fresh
there he is,
for
okay.
a new generation of fans. Wheel of Misfortune by his lovely assistant Lydia. He'll attempt a
And
daring
lovely
escape
assistant Lydia,
from
okay. So we
inside
got
this
some
historic
suspects already,
Las Vegas
I
hotel,
assume.
as it's demolished by a 10-ton wrecking ball. To Chang with the exclusive live report.
The way her voice goes, it's kind of interesting though. And they absolutely destroyed that though. If that was property damage attached to this, then that'd be exciting. I love how the way that they do the monuments that's going. Nice. Good old-fashioned wrestling musical. She just destroyed those. We're gonna do, since she said they're imported fragile, we're gonna do $50 for them.
You must be our lucky radio contest winners. Welcome to Newark, Newark. I'm Del Stone. I run the joint.
Of course, they happen to win a radio contest. That works for them.
Somebody already had a pirate ship hotel, so we went with our second choice.
It seemed to vanish under that statue.
Like make that a floating statue.
Raucous. Levitating was his signature trick. No wires.
Yeah, that's a cool statue though, with levitating and everything.
Rufus was supposed to be the Spackle Dome's main attraction. The theater was designed specifically to house his show. Sadly, it was not to be.
Already starting off, okay, nice. We're gonna cut it, but it's interesting to see.
Sound the monitors.
Jeez, shooting fire right through it, wow.
On that note,
The monster showed up pretty quickly though. Nice, good job, Fred.
Like Rufus Raucus's ghost.
Willie, and you peeps are bumming off and wrinkles.
Oh my gosh, the way this dude talks hard, it makes me mad.
We're trying to rest our vocal cords for the show.
They're the open act though, so maybe there's some jealousy there, so we'll put them down so far for just in case.
My show just can't get canceled.
Well, we can help ferret out the ghost. We've solved a few mysteries in our day.
That is so generous and brave of you.
let's go.
I love how she likes Fred
Maybe that's
now.
where they keep like salads and vegetables.
Man, that magic cable wiring, dude. That's crazy.
What's up, guys?
Like we are. The ghost brought these cables to life.
It's like the floor is magnetized.
And the cable
Gotcha, floor magnetized. Okay, well that's fancy. He just happened to chase him in the right location though to use that ability.
Jeepers.
The mask the ghost was wearing.
Whoever was wearing it probably ditched it so they could slip out of the theater unnoticed. Plus, they borrow her clothes. Go for it,
Oh,
girl.
so
I
Daphne
love you.
likes him so much, but I'm immediately
Why would you want to
suspecting them.
sabotage his own
Okay,
theater?
that's
Well,
good to
Del Stone
do
doesn't own
for
this place.
Daphne.
He's just the manager. He was losing his shirt and he sold to a big conglomerate. Great. And Lindsay, Velma, and I can check out some shops.
Also, now they're full on going for all the suspects talking about him as they go.
Mr. Stone is trying to give us the slip. Can't see us. Maybe if I disguise my voice, I can pop in for info. Thank you very much. Engelbert Humperdinck? I've got to sneak away just to take a steam bath.
And then Fred just in jeans and everything too. Like, come on, man.
Boy, you said it, Hank.
Say, boss, you know anything about this ghost business with that magician fella?
That's no ghost. Rufus Rogers would have to be dead to be a ghost. Hey, dogs aren't allowed in here. And neither are nosy kids. And your Engelbert Humperdinck impression stinks.
Please welcome the comedy/magic stylings of Mr. Wacky Pants.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know
Oh,
what you
so
are. I learned
she's
everything I know about
basically
magic
the
from my
host now for
She made my
everything.
bank account, my car, and my house disappear. No.
She's basically kind of like a comedian musician, and she's assistant advising for him too.
Watch the stomach. It's my best feature.
Seriously, I just got this trick. I need help.
Oh, so do we. Faked his death?
Oh, so
No.
basically
This is
she's the
more
real
than
musician
spotlight.
kind of
He loves magic
style
too
thing
much.
is what
He
we're
even let
going
my scrape out
for.
of living with a hat.
Guys, a little help, please.
Yeah, that's
no
just
way you
creepy
got
to
out of there.
see.
Can you play that last part again, Velma?
Wait, what's that?
It's a little line around computer-generated effects. Sometimes you see it in music videos. So that... Look,
Oh,
the floor.
Velma
This
got
must be
that do
pre-recorded
that
before the
fancy.
building actually came
And he
down.
took off
Then
his
he splashed
mask
it into
pretty
the
much
broadcast so it
immediately.
looked like it was happening live.
Hey, remember how Scooby chased that cat and it just vanished under the statue? Maybe that's where the trapdoor is. Look, gang. Dark,
Nice.
spooky
Alright,
tunnel.
found out
Dark
secret
and spooky.
compartment
No
so
food ever comes
quickly.
from dark and spooky.
You guys see all this old magic stuff? See with your eyes.
So a bunch of old magic stuff. Nice.
The nose to Rufus Ruckus.
Hey, you're Lindsay Pagano. Right on.
You mean you're not trying to keep her from performing in your
So,
theater?
okay, I didn't
Give me
expect
a
this
fun house
dude's
upstairs.
voice.
Nah, I'm not about that kind of stuff. That's why I left. To get back to street magic. I got some amazing new tricks in the works.
Yeah, so now how did that ghost even know to go underneath the trapdoor?
Lydia is working for Mr. Wacky Pants? That jerk was after my secrets for years.
With Lydia at his side, he may finally have them. But he doesn't seem to use them.
We'll have to set a trap. Rufus, you up for it?
Chance to save Lydia from Mr. Wacky Pants? Definitely, count me in.
Yes, the magician the world watched perish on this very site will return
Alright,
tonight.
so
Seen
yep,
from the dead.
they're
Is this
going
real?
for
I don't
Wacky
know,
Pants
but I
as
do
being
know
the bad
I
guy,
voted
but I
first.
think it's the assistant
Velma,
lady.
you ready? I'm
She'd
not
make the
coming out.
most
Just
sense.
follow my lead. You'll be fine. Oh, sorry. Did you pick those up, Velma? Now, nothing up my sleeve. Like I said, using only my hand. There's a new face in magic. Mine.
Imposter!
Did the unmasking and everything.
Shaggy! Ow!
Jeez, that magic differences. Hold it, they're spreading chaos so quickly.
Like the
Also,
nose
he
to
has
Rufus.
basically
Thanks to
magnetic
magnetism
boots
shoes,
that
the
helps
same
them
magnets he used
float.
to levitate.
Down on Mr. Wacky Pants' career.
But Lydia,
Yeah, I knew it. Yeah, it had to be her since
So
she was the
that's how
most
those are all Rufus'
magician-y.
Mr. Wacky Pants seemed like an obvious suspect, but he couldn't even do the simplest magic tricks. Hence, Lydia.
Yeah, I caught that too, the cat waving. That's usually, that's happened once before in a previous
You
season.
wanted to ruin Del Stone.
That's right.
Plenty of time to develop your own act where you're going.
Yeah, like as long as you don't try any escape tricks.
Well, you can easily probably escape.
Hey, Scoob, I think we finally found the mother load of backstage grub. Like those are the
Yeah, I
biggest
guess
fruit
the
salads I've ever
magician
seen.
got rehired. Nice. And then a bunch of fruit salads and stuff.
Hey, look at Shaggy and Scooby.
Nice. That was cute. I did not remember that one at all, to be honest. Like, that's... felt like I've never even seen that one before with how it went. It was cute. I enjoyed it. It was nice having a guest star on the episode that wasn't the bad guy, or at least was just hanging out the whole time. It made that pretty fun as well. For me personally, there were so many suspects. The band, the opening show band could have been it too, just because they only appeared the one time. But I feel like it was pretty obvious after her first appearance that ended up being the magician assistant lady. Because of just how she reacted to everything, and like she was the only one like with true magic, so it would make sense that she would be the bad guy because of how things were and how things happened. And oh, her name is Phlydia, Phyllidia. Okay, I thought it was like Nvidia or something like that. But anyways, and then Rufus just being there and just, okay, well, I'm gonna go to retirement now. Like, dude, you just faked your death, and then now you're just like, okay, I'm back. Okay. And then trying to be a good guy, trying to save his assistant who ended up being the bad guy, kind of thing. And then, of course, so he was basically the secondary protagonist, really, because they've done fake deaths before on these shows, but it's usually, and then having a part of it, and then him immediately getting captured and basically taking the Daphne Velma role, where you immediately get captured for a little bit before you're basically able to unmask the villain. I think for me, it was fun. The guest star, I feel like she was a nice addition, but I feel like they didn't really have much on it. It's one of the things that I didn't really care for the new Scooby-Doo movies, is that the guest stars usually added on, but they're usually just very tacked on, and they don't really flow as well with the gang compared to some of the episodes. That's why we've only ever rated like 2 of the What's New Scooby-Doo movies like any decent rating. You need to have more interactions and more fun with the gang in order to make it a cohesive story. So for me, I think I'm going to give this one probably higher than the previous episode, which were rated a 4 out of 10. And then I think I'm going to give this one probably tied up with Big Scare and the Big Easy. I think I'm going to give this one also a 5 out of 10. I just didn't really care for it as much. Kind of average. I know I said nostalgia-wise that I would rate these ones pretty highly, but I honestly forgot about this one completely, which is why it's not going to be as high. And also, just it's a bit strange compared to some of the other ones that we've reacted to as well. Of just like the kind of accents that they went for. But actually, hang on. I'm gonna jump this one up to a 6 because I like the magic of this episode. I feel like it was well put together. I like the animated style of it and like how the basically just using the magnetics of like making yourself float and stuff like that, like the reverse polarity and all that. Like it was fun having that kind of battling at the end with like shooting the doves after he's fired and then just full on glowing the Sphinx somehow. And that they don't even explain that part. The main thing was magnets. And just so she can do all that magic with magnets, which I thought was cute. So 6 out of 10 for me. We'll boost it a little bit. And that'll do it for me for Riva Ras Regas for this episode. I will see you guys next time for the next episode, Roller Coaster Ride, after the movie. Thank you everyone so much for watching, and have a great day.